Cool. Hello. We are going to have a good day today because we have no tech issues at all. Yet. I say with fingers crossed. We got the YouTube stream going. I have mac and cheese and hot dogs. It is great. We got glasses because why not? They're kind of cool. But let's actually not wipe to this gym leader this time. And hope everything works out really well. Except for him. He's annoying. I also have eyebrow tracking, so that's kind of interesting to deal with. But I'm happy. Alright, let's try to figure out how to use these hidden moves this time, because couldn't quite figure that out last time as easily. Or I guess I wasn't able to use it last time. Now, when I first played Pokemon Pearl, I didn't know that a wild Pokemon did it, so I taught all my Pokemon the moves. I'm gonna get the Pokeball though. If I can get through the doorway. Oh, I don't even need the Apple Wash to do that? That's actually pretty cool. And what do we find today? Another rock! I love that. We are going to use the water move, because why would I use anything else? It has its cheat death. Can you stop like putting sand in my eyes? I know this is the first time I'm fighting this one, but I don't like sand. I probably didn't need to use a second water gun, but why not? I have managed to spend the past 2 days trying to find a good app to track Pokemon cards. Oh shit, I did not know we were evolving. That is cool. But I was looking for a good app to track Pokemon cards because I have no idea of values and I just think they look cool. And I just want to make sure that I just wanted to see what I had. And so out of like 6 different ones, it seems like this app called Collector looks to be the one that I like because it can actually scan my cards. We will look at what we replace. We'll replace Peck. Because why not? But the other like 3 apps I looked at could not scan the Crobat that I pulled on Saturday. Oh, we have 2 evolutions. Okay. Go listen to the music again. Bum, 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 bum. All right. And now in 2-ish hours, And 8 minutes. I am further than I was like 10 years ago. Hello! How are you doing? I am doing great. It is a wonderful afternoon. I have mac and cheese and hot dogs. And it is like the perfect dinner. Not very balanced, but it tastes great. Happy Monday. It's actually a really good Monday, too. I was not reading. This is the wonderful thing of me playing this game is I just spam through the text boxes and I don't actually click anything. I am playing Pokemon Brilliant Diamond for the Switch because I want to play Scarlet and Violet, but I bought this and then I didn't play it, so I figured I might as well play it before I get the next one. I played Pearl on the DS when it originally came out. It took me like probably 10 hours to get at the spot that I am now, and then I put it down for a couple of years. Yeah, I mean, some people are just mean straight off the rip, which makes no sense. I've just been interested in Pokemon again, and so I was like, sure, I will play it. Out of all time, it's probably not my favorite game. I guess out of Pokemon games, you could consider it one of my favorite games because out of the 3 that I played, it's the one that I beat and I enjoyed most. But I would like to play a lot of games that have logistics built in them or more creative aspects. So like Satisfactory is very logistics and somewhat creative, or Factorio has some things in it. That's fun. But this is more of a game that I believe you can chill with as opposed to having to think about and plan stuff. And so, especially with Pokemon cards being popular, and then there's a new game coming out later in the year, it was like, okay, I kind of want to get back into it and play through a few of them. Find another Geodude. These guys are just everywhere. And so my goal is kind of just to beat a gym every time I play, and then maybe get into Scarlet and Violet for a little bit so I can play with some of the other Pokemon, and then come back to this. But I want to at least get a good chunk of the game done before I end up buying the next one. It's also a test to see how much do I actually remember about Pokemon. And that has been not that much. Like, I also know they added a bunch of types in the newer games, and so that's going to be a lot more learning. Well, let me actually see if I know anywhere about where I'm going. I don't remember this map at all. I guess I have to go that way because I can't go up, and there's a flag telling me to go there. So we will head over and level up Pokemon on the way. Which, the wild grass mechanic is still kind of funny to me, because some of the grass the grass in this does not look that tall, and I have taller grass in my backyard. And I don't think there's any Pokemon just chilling in the backyard. Ooh. I might end up catching this one. If I don't one-shot it. Alright, I guess we're not catching it. Maybe next time. But I am also really excited about Mario Kart World. That looks really cool. Like, I'm not the biggest Mario Kart person, but I played a lot when I got the Switch 1 for the first time. And now that there's more incentives to just goof around in it, I kind of want to just spend a while roaming around, trying to see what I can unlock and exploring the new maps. I'm also extremely excited about better load times, because I think I want to end up doing a bunch of shiny hunting in the future, and having faster load times will be easier for that. Plus, it looks like they completely visually overhauled the graphics on Scarlet and Violet for the Switch 2, so that looks like really good. I do have socials. My X-Link and Blue Sky should be down below somewhere, or you can just look for Echo spelled the same way on there to find me. Dude just fly out of the way of my attack? What happened? There we go. Hit this time. I still stand by the fact that Pokemon has some of the best video game music. We are going to go heal a little bit of damage, and then I gotta figure out where I gotta go. Because I was not reading any of the things it said. I am not seeing anything, so I don't know if it just is being slow and taking a while, but for my notifications, I have not seen anything over. Yeah, I'm still not seeing it. I know I have troubles with stuff sometimes, so it might just take a couple of minutes for it to actually come over. So I will check it again in a little bit, but it still has not come through. Where am I supposed to be going here? So it could just be that I'm not using the app, but I will be sure to check it shortly. I completely forgot about, what is this, Team Galactic? Yeah, Team Galactic. The little wormhole, he's kind of cute. Not for long, though. Yes, I do see a message request that has shown up now. So I will accept that. Oh, and that is a little bit different than a follow request, so I don't know if it's what you thought it was, but now the message request is accepted if you want to send other messages. I just know that sometimes messages there can be kind of slow or have issues notifications for me when not using the app. Capsule decor. I have no idea what capsule decorations are. Oh, is this to just make custom Pokeballs? That's not map. Oh. I always get the A and B buttons switched up with the Switch controllers. So I have not sent a message as well. It does not play nice with me in the browser, but you should be able to send more if you would like. I guess we have to fight. Trying to see if there's a way to go around this trainer, but it does not look like it. Let's see how effective Metal Claw is against this. I know it took a while to kill one of these before, but I guess since we're also evolved, it's gonna be a lot faster. I still didn't read what Pokemon it was because I'm spamming the text box. I will never learn. Oh, it's fine. Cherry. Maybe Metal Claw will be effective here as well. It pretty much was. Take a drink. Does she have another Pokemon? She does not. Okay, cool. I didn't remember if I saw 2 or 3, but we are learning. We are reading our surroundings. I will grab the Pokeball since I'm here. I think that just means you wake up from sleeping. Oh, okay. I'm trying to sneak past him, but he kind of pushed me away. Which I don't know if up here is the right way to go, or I should have stayed in the cave. We will figure it out. Worst case scenario, our Pokemon are stronger. We'll try Metal Claw on this one. See what works best where. That seems to work really well here. A Wormpole. I will not switch this time. Because I actually read the text. Improvement. We'll use Metaclaw again. Should probably reorder my Pokemon at some point to level up some of my other ones. I will read a little bit more in-depth messages after I get to the next city. I did not remember these Pokemon even existed. We'll try Water Gun there. I guess we'll just use Wing Attack, because that is the better option. I Staravia. I will try Quick Attack, see if that's more effective there. This battle should be getting close to over with those attacks, unless one of them misses. Well, I appreciate an overlay suggestion. As of right now, I think I'm just trying to keep it simple. Where's that? I've used some other overlays in the past, but with just the variety of games that I like to play, having to move stuff around has not been super enjoyable. And I know for some of the streams that I liked to watch, I liked it to be a little more clean on the screen, and so that's kind of just a personal preference of mine. will reset the moves. I would, to reapply, I would have to pull my keyboard back out, which my keyboard is not easily accessible right now. I will. Thanks for the suggestion. Am I in the right building? It's a flower building. So I need to find this new location. Looks like it's gonna go up. Do the flowers count as tall grass? Does not appear so. I'm not Team Galactic again. They did not learn their lesson last time. I stand by the fact that mac and cheese is the best pasta dish to exist. It is very versatile. You can add many things to it. And on its own, it is delicious. So I will keep my Pokemon because it seems to work out well against those types with Metal Claw. Oh, we have gotten views on YouTube. Yay! I appreciate it. I will use another Metal Claw. Now, on the subject of mac and cheese, there's a couple of ideas I've had recently based on other dishes that I think will be really tasty. So we got a frozen Guy Fieri meal, which, whatever your opinion on Guy Fieri is, it does not matter for this, not to be mean, but that it does not apply to this conversation. We went to his chicken restaurant, and it was pretty decent, and then they got rid of half the sauces, and then they rebranded it, so that kind of is gone. But we tried his Flavortown meals, and his mac and cheese was not that good. However, he had a chili cheese dog over tater tots, and that was delicious. Now, If mac and cheese and hot dogs go really well together, mac and cheese chili cheese dogs would be a really good dish. Or I've made mac and cheese and hamburger before, which is really good. And considering you can make mac and cheese in different ways, now how do you just make different cheese dishes out of that? So you can put things over like loaded tater tots for bacon, cheese. You can like what chives and other stuff, or for loaded potatoes. You can also put that over mac and cheese, and that makes a whole another level of amazing dishes. Yeah, I'll buy honey, why not? And so with those dishes, you can put bacon and mac and cheese, which you've had before, which is really good. They make buffalo chicken mac and cheese. Now, how about a pulled pork mac and cheese, which I've also had, which is really good. Now you're just getting into your barbecue foods. We've had brisket mac and cheese that is delicious. But what if you add in different style of cooking and flavoring meats? What about a char siu pork mac and cheese? Or a katsu chicken mac and cheese? Oh, they're gonna let me go up. Okay, they're not gonna let me go up. I'll go back to the Poke Center and then go back over. But back to mac and cheese. What if you'd make like an Alfredo mac and cheese? Do we think that the creamy Alfredo sauce will go well with regular cheese? Or is that just creamy chicken Alfredo with cheese? What does it count as? And if mac and cheese is basically a pasta dish, then you can mix any protein with it, and it should end up being delicious, right? And so that unlocks your shrimp mac and cheese if you enjoy that, or you could have crab mac and cheese. Or lobster mac and cheese. Or, ooh, I kind of like clam meow. I forgot that Pokemon exists as well. See, this is why I need to play these games first before I go to the next another set. I can't even remember the generation of Pokemon I played the most. How am I gonna learn the next one? Another one. It's not the next one. There's like a good couple in between. I'll see Metal Claw. But what if you put mac and cheese into like a taco or a burrito? Now that just makes it even more versatile. Like you can have if you have a steak and potato burrito, you could just put mac and cheese in it, and that's just, I guess you're just changing the container or delivery device of the meal, because you could also just put mac and cheese on a hot dog, and that would be delicious as well. This is just going to turn into a discussion about mac and cheese now. Okay. Which I guess mac and cheese is not a bad discussion to continue having. So what if we look into different noodles? No, I think either shells or spirally noodles are really good because they hold the cheese well. But they make some really cool noodles for other dishes that are really interesting. And I've tried in the past to make my own noodles. I think I've attempted it like 6 times, and it has not gone that well. One of the big things is don't try making a noodle with whole wheat flour if it is not a whole wheat possible noodle. Or I tried to make noodles that I did not know were more rice-based with regular flour, so that obviously did not work out. Oh, Perugly. I do remember that one now that we found out about the Glam Meow. We are going to switch Pokemon this time. We're going to give someone else some love. Wait, what level is it? 16. Sure, we will trust into the Shinx. This may be a bad decision, but you know, it is what it is. One of the things that I've noticed with trying to make your own versions of food from handmade or from scratch is sometimes having good equipment definitely really changes the result. Or having a good amount of space to be able to use your tools. So if you're making like any type of dough, having a larger flatwork surface is a lot easier than using... I just use it on my Shinx. I meant to use it on... other one. Whoopsies. I meant to use it on Prinplup. Yeah, or trying to do any item that requires being more than shallow fried is definitely done so much better if you do not try to use a shallow pot. We tried to make wontons in the past, and they were delicious, so they didn't come out wrong. But we spent like 2 hours I don't remember Freeze Metal Claw. We spent 2 hours making these wontons, and it didn't do that much. I brought a snack? Okay, that's kind of cheating. We spent 2 hours making these wontons, and they were delicious. We managed to forget the sweet and sour sauce for some of them, so that made it a little bit more difficult. But because we were using a small cast iron pan as opposed to like a deeper pot, hopefully I can do this without Prinplup dying. Okay, we're good. The oil managed to get like all over the stove, and so that was 2 hours of cooking, an hour of cleaning for like 10 minutes of delicious wontons. Now, don't get me wrong, they were delicious, and it was almost worth it. But I don't think I would want to make that amount of wontons again. I think it would be like a limit it to 1 pack of wonton wrappers instead of trying to do, I think we did 3 or 4. We'll use my other potion. I guess another potion. We'll use it on Prinplup again, this time, as opposed to using it on the wrong Pokemon. Now, spring rolls with the rice paper wrappers, I feel like those would be really fun to try to make. I will replace tackle with that because it is close enough. It's just going to be electric move now, so I'm just gonna make sure we don't use it against something that's weak or resistant to electric. But I feel like spring rolls would be really cool to make because we've had some really good ones from restaurants, and those seem decently less involved than trying to fry something like wontons or egg rolls, because you just have to moisten the rice paper and then you have your kind of your cooked protein and then your vegetables and noodles, which seem pretty easy to sort out ahead of time. Or you can do and have, you can do your, yeah, no, you just make sure your noodles are moistened well, and your vegetables wouldn't have to be cooked because usually they're, from my experience, they're raw. And so I feel like spring rolls would be a really rewarding option to try to make from scratch. Alright, cool. Now, maybe I'm allowed to actually go up to where I want to go, but I'm going to go stop at the Poke Center and probably the store so I can buy more potions. And then hopefully we will not use a potion on the wrong Pokemon just because next time we need one. Now, I haven't kept up with Pokemon lore, but is it just like a clone of the same nurse? Or are they all just like a bunch of identical twins? How many 25? Yeah, I think 25 Pokeballs are good for right now. No, nothing else to do. But I think it would be a really funny concept if it was not like, I guess, them being cloned or identical twins. If it was just the same person, but just stuck in quantum time to end up being at every single Pokemon Center at the exact same time. Ooh, I do want a Buizel, though. And now we hope to not one-shot this, because it happened the last time. There we go. You're having a lot better results than with the Abra from earlier. And it caught relatively easily. Happy with that. No. I think... I want to try to find another grass Pokemon. Or no. Next gym leader is grass, isn't she, right? So I'm going to need to find a fire Pokemon. Rock. All right, Daniel. You have another rock? Much shop. We'll see what happens. We'll use water gun. No, he's gonna look at me. No. He was staring into my soul. Stop that. No, we are just going to completely destroy another rock. Because I never learn. They keep giving a rock when I have water gun. Look at that. Same thing happened to your first rock. Alright, Daniel, do you have a third rock? No. Alright, we're still gonna keep Primplip out. And we will Metal Claw this time. And just like that, we defeated 2 rocks. We're gonna replace Charm. Yeah, I'll replace Charm. I think I want to keep Pound for... I don't know why I want to keep Pound. I just think keeping it would be a good idea. Geodude wants to learn Rock Throw. Yeah, get rid of Sandstorm. Alright, thanks, Daniel. I appreciated the rocks. They were easy. Okay. I didn't know if there was a need to come over this direction, but it looks like there was. Oh, damn it. Alright, well, we almost got around her. What do you have? A Badoo. Is that all? Alright, we will Metal Claw. Meet the scissors. Oh no. It stayed the exact same size. I don't know why it's called growth. It did not grow. Thanks for the money and letting me destroy your plant. It was much appreciated. Now let me grab this Pokeball over here. These people are not that observant. I don't want to go that way. We look at the map again. It's not quite as good as a mini map, but we will. Look, it looks like we have to go up and over. So we go into the forest. What do you mean I decided to go with her? She wanted to come with me. Yom. I guess we have to go this way. I just want to go to the next gym. Chancy. We will get rid of the wormhole. Chansey will be a good tank for this, I guess. I can just ignore that Parachisu for a little bit. That was like your typical spooky sound effect. Woo! And then I got affected by whatever got affected by. We will use Bubble Beam this time. Oh. Not appreciated. Oh, wow. It's a lot of XP. Open. What does Bubble Beam do on Silcoon? Enough. Stop hitting yourself. Did I go? Did not feel like I went. That is not a very whippy tail whip. That was kind of just a, let me go wiggle in that direction. I am taking more lunch money because people want to try to battle. That was some pretty cool music to the battle intro of this, or I guess the intro to this battle. I should have used a potion. Oh, never mind. I'm full health. That's fine. We do not need a potion. I will just Metal Claw. I think Metal Claw's the call here. Why are we all targeting me? That's not fair. Was pretty rude if I say so myself. Weasel's level 12. Why? Why couldn't you have used like a really good damaging move? I'm going to use a potion though, because I don't feel like having a dead Prinplup. Oh, stop doing status effects, Chansey, come on. Pull your weight. I guess it's a good thing I bought all those potions, but I didn't want to have to go through all of them. Okay, I take that back. You can keep doing that move. I'll take that one. I appreciate the heal. I don't appreciate that. Hey, can you stop? Thank you. Alright, you guys can go back to karate or meditating. Probably meditating. Let's... Okay, I thought the text box confused me. I thought I was missing something. It's like, I don't remember something else happening here. Okay, we healed again. Which way do we gotta go? Alright, not that way, I guess. Up. And we go up. Okay, we almost went out of the grass. Please be a Ponyta. That is not anything that I requested. I requested a fire Pokemon so I can go defeat the next gym leader. And brought out a bug. Alright, game, that's what I think of your stinky little bugs. Now, can the next one be a Ponyta? Like now, this would be a great time. That's still not a Ponyta. Come on, game. We need to work on, you know, your ability to give me a Ponyta. We will Metal Claw again, just secure the victory against that one. Alright, and then we get rid of this one? Almost, okay. One more turn. And then we might be at the city, hopefully. I could listen to this battle music all day. I mean, that's basically what I'm going to be doing, but it is still so good. She left me. And we are here. Alright, we are an Eternia. Yeah, we are an Eternia Eternia City. Okay, I'm pretty sure I need to beat the gym leader before I get a bike. Yeah, because there's no one here. Oh, what's stopping you from just taking one then? Oh, this is a really big building. This is very deceptive. It is also apparently a maze. Where are these? Is that someone? Oh. I don't know I was gonna have to be playing hide and seek. I didn't agree. I probably knew that. I didn't remember that. Alright, we'll use trusty metal claw, I guess. Okay, the sunlight didn't turn harsh, you just turned up the studio lights. It's not the same thing. Alright, can we turn the lights down now? They're bright. Well, thanks. Ooh, what is that one? Normal. Oh. I never plays tackle with that. That seems like a good move for later. And by later, I mean purposely get hit and then use that to win the battle. Alright. A Rose... Roslea? I'm not gonna change. I don't remember this Pokemon at all. No, I still don't remember this one. Alright, I don't know what that... I'm scared what's gonna happen after that attack. I will say that Metal Claw is kind of neat, because it's kind of just like bringing garden shears into the garden. Which I guess that's kind of weird to say when they are plant or Pokemon and not just plants, but it technically is a plant Pokemon. Oh, does it mean I have to find them in order? Oh, I guess I'm going down this way anyway. Oh, she has 3. Okay. Now, if I'd have brought a fire Pokemon, this would have been so much better still, but game decided no Ponyta on the way over. That was rude. I did not know that thing could poison. Well, we have 1 antidote. Hopefully I don't need more. I did not know antidotes were something I should have stocked up on. I guess that's my fault for not remembering or not looking, but nope, we will not use another item. We're just gonna try to blitz through this and see what happens. I guess we will use Metal Claw until I run out. And hopefully I don't run out before the gym leader. Because that would be kind of unfortunate. Especially if he's going to have at least one of the same Pokemon as everyone else. Is she going to have 4 though? Or is she going to have 5 Pokemon? Whatever, replay Geodude, Smackdown. Yeah, I will replace Tackle Smackdown. That seems like it'll be something useful to need later. Okay, what are our options? Arc Throw, Dragon, Bind, Curse. We will put it instead of Rock Polish and probably never use it. But, you know, you never know. Might need it for something. We will bring out Luxio. Do I know how well of a matchup this is? I do not. But it seems like we're already winning. Okay, not very effective means a very bad matchup. But we should win with another bite. Alright, we have what, one more trainer? Alright, yeah, it looks like maybe one more. Is it? Okay, I thought so. I mean, it was 3 trees, but so it's not the right 3 trees. I guess, unless it means these 3 down here, which I can see a little bit. I was just talking about having the aroma of flout. Who on my team is red? Oh, my Luxio's no! I was not even paying attention. Well, I did not bring an antidote. And I don't... Ow. I actually did nothing. I don't remember if I can leave the gym. Because if I leave the gym and it resets, I'll be a little upset. So I guess I will see what happens. And I hope Luxio doesn't die. Beside 4 flow. That one. That one. No. There we go. Now we can watch Luxio's health go down in real time. Let me in. Alright. She has 1 as well. Okay, let's go. Alright, I'm kind of tired of all the flower Pokemon. How much is that? That is kind of significant. I am going to use a potion though, just because I don't want to forget. No! Stop with the poison! And they also heal from that too? Alright, this is not going as well as I had hoped. I guess we try to just win this quick. Okay, we're not gonna win this one. No, alright. It's over for Prinplup. No. We lost Prinplup. Come back. Oh. I don't remember what level that thing was. We will try Staravia. Because I don't know what's good anymore. We're off to a great start with Intimidate, I guess. Okay, it's level 17. Oh. So you're telling me I should have been using Staravia this whole time? I feel like that's some knowledge that, like, I should have been shown. Like, I walk into the gym. By the way, flying definitely would have, or seems to be the better option. And I probably would not have lost Prinplup. Well, we are... How evenly matched are we? Okay. We got this. We don't have to go through a lot of Pokemon. We got this. Especially now that I know I can use Staravia to just win. I don't know why I clicked switch, because I wasn't going to. Oh no. Well, hopefully, even though the Surtwig just put up a bunch of glass, I'm not going to run into it. Staravia is a bird, but it seems to not be as detrimental. So as long as we can continue using wing attack, we will just spam wing attack. Because if it works, it works, and it's not stupid, right? Can you stop healing? Please? I worked so hard to get your health down. We're almost there. One more. I'm not gonna... We're just gonna stick with wing attack. I'm not gonna try to use a different move. Because if it works, it works. Right? What does Bucel even know? Oh, okay, we will remove Growl. I swear my Bucel is friendly. He doesn't growl anymore. Well, it's almost the end. And we will wing attack. Oh. Oh. Oh no. We will heal. Okay, where's my snack? Why are we finding Pokemon that brought snacks to the battle? I did not get that memo. Just stopped by and gotten sandwiches. Alright, can you stop, please? We could have gotten sandwiches or burritos or something and brought them into the battle if I don't know we were going to be eating. Can you use a different move? We are just going to see if we... Okay, we can't attack first. Why can't we attack first? Alright, well, it's time to bring out Luxio again. Hello. Thank you for the follow. I am trying to not get utterly destroyed by this rose. And it's not working well. Can we try and get a dragon breath off? Will that work? No. Why can't I attack first? Oh. We had sturdy. Why doesn't that should have melted it, right? What other moves do I have? Oh god. Maybe I should have learned more typing. This is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. And I am brilliantly... Oh, I didn't mean to use... I pressed the wrong button. I am brilliantly failing at this. because I keep mixing up the buttons on the Switch controller because I'm used to an Xbox controller. So I guess we will just see what Rock Throw does. And it's been... Oh no, it's over. It's been so long since I've played a Pokemon game that, like, most of the battle mechanics and types have just left my brain. And the game decided to not give me a fire type on the way over. I'm sure, like, Water Gun's not going to be effective, right? So I should just quick attack. But my goal was to try and beat Brilliant Diamond, or at least get through all the normal gyms, so that I can feel good about playing Pokemon either Scarlet or Violet, because I want to play with a Sprigatito. Yeah, I would love to have used a fire or flying attack, but it killed my Staravia, and I was not lucky enough to have gotten a fire Pokemon, so I was like, we'll just see what happens, and it didn't go well. And so I like to think that the currency is equivalent to like cents, and so I only lost $3 because it makes me feel less bad. I'm currently playing on Switch 1, but I want to play Scarlet and Violet on Switch 2. I just need to wait for it to arrive. The other thing that I'm excited for about the Switch 2 is the load times seem to be significantly better. So when I eventually get bored and want to try to get myself a shiny starter, it'll take a couple seconds less each time I restart the game. Oh, I'm sure the forest has fire Pokemon, right? Or maybe this corner does. Maybe I can just get a second Staravia. You are neither of the things I requested. But I will take the levels nonetheless. I don't remember which one does more, water or yeah, water gun or bubble beam. So Legend ZA does look really cool, but it went from I played Pokemon Pearl on the DS in like 2000 and whatever, and finished it probably like 2011 or 2012 after a couple of years. And then I kind of just didn't really care for Pokemon for a while. I did play Soul Silver for a while, and because it had the Pokewalker, so I was able to use that when I finished standardized testing, because they weren't so strict about taking every device away. But now, over the past while, I've been interested in it again, and a couple of years ago, I got Brilliant Diamond when it came out, or maybe a year later, I don't remember entirely, because I was like, I liked Pearl, but I don't want to play Pearl again immediately, so I'll get Diamond, so that I can get Dialga instead. And I was not really interested in Scarlet and Violet, because they added more crazy Pokemon, but now I'm kind of just interested in everything in general. And C, I don't remember what generation Legends is supposed to be, but it seems like there's going to be a lot less crazy Pokemon in there, and so it might be a lot more of an enjoyable experience. But I could also seriously like Scarlet and Violet when I end up playing them. So I guess the question I should be trying to find the answer to is, can I actually find a fire Pokemon here, or am I in the complete wrong spot? Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember what number generation it was. I just knew that I had the Chikorita because I was like, I'm not too much of a fan of those starters from, I guess, just looks. I don't think I actually played a 6th generation game. I know my brother played Black and White, but I think I just played on a friend, or borrowed a friend's Platinum and played that for a little bit instead. And so I never actually experienced Gen 6. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Oh, X and Y. Yeah, that's how much of Pokemon I've missed. I don't know what generations are what anymore. I'm pretty sure this is 5th gen. Or is it 4th? I don't know. I'm gonna be wrong with that. But anything other than like 1st gen and whatever generation this is, I have not paid too much attention to. I will say that they, after seeing some of the pre-order and collector's edition bonuses of Legends, I'm really upset that I don't have access to all the extra stuff, and it's just the randomized plushie that US enhanced editions or whatever get. Yeah, I will. That is very helpful. I will go find a cave-ish. Or I guess, is it inside or is it just around? Yeah, I haven't played very many non-Nintendo DS Pokemon games. I guess I would still consider this to be a DS Pokemon game, even though it's for the Switch. I think I played a little bit of either blue or green on my phone because my older brother showed me what emulators were at the time and was like, hey, you can play older Pokemon on your phone. I'm like, that sounds really cool. That's not the entrance to a cave. And so I decided to go ahead and try one of those out for a little bit. But I know when I saw it going into three-dimensional space for Pokemon, I was like, "Whoa, that's kind of interesting and weird." And then I kind of just stopped paying attention. And then I found out there's some of the Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. There's cars, there's a bike, there's appliances, and I am so far out of the loop. I will have to check that out. I don't mind, I guess, paying... I don't know. I don't mind paying the full price of the game, but I just kind of wanted some of the extras because I like stuff and the extras look cool. Hello. Oh, it's Cynthia. That is the one thing that I do remember about this game. I love Cynthia's theme. It's probably... I would say it's one of my favorite themes, but I haven't listened to it much without the constant beeping of being near death the entire time. Yeah, I have seen a couple of fan-made Pokemon games that look interesting. I don't remember many of their names, but I wanted to try out some of the Pokemon roguelikes. Those looked kind of cool. Yeah, I've heard of Pokerogue, and I've looked at it, like, once or twice, I think. I haven't actually started it, but in one of the random times of videos that I've watched, someone played it for a little bit, and I was like, that looks like something I would like to try at some point, because I've enjoyed other games, like, Vampire Survivors. I've played Soulstone Survivors. I've played Rotato. I guess people consider the new Elden Ring a roguelike, and that's also enjoyable to an extent. And so I feel like trying a Pokemon would be pretty interesting. Now, I did see water before I got into this encounter, and so I don't think I'm close enough to get a fire Pokemon. I mean, I'll also take a second Staravia. I just need something to not get my ass beat in the gym again. So I guess we will play in this patch of 3 grass and see what I get. I think I've heard of uranium. Like, that seems very familiar as It's one of the videos I watched sometime in the past. And Infinity also sounds like something I would have looked at. Or I could just be thinking of modded Minecraft. But Uranium definitely sounds very familiar. Yeah, I don't think I've played too many games in general that have been like a ROM hack. Can I just not hit this dude? Or have I just been very bad at paying attention to what's going on? Okay, I can. I thought I used water gun first. Alright, good night. Sleep well. Okay, so apparently I might have played one of the fan games. So I'm pretty sure that I also, on my phone, played Pokemon Gray for a little bit. Because I was like, that sounds stupid. And like a silly thing to do. And so apparently that's also a fan-made game. But it could have just been that I was playing in black and white. I don't remember. My memory from 2013 is not that good. Yeah, I mean, if Pokemon keeps my interest for many more months, I might end up playing some of the other games. But I think just for ease, I might just try to play whatever's on Switch. Just because that way I'll have it all in one place. Which I know with the Switch 2 and its Nintendo subscription, you get access to some of the classic games. I don't know how many Pokemon are in there. So there are some of those as options. in the future if I really craved more Pokemon. I don't know, I'm trying to switch. I know, I guess a big thing for me with handhelds is a lot of the text on it is kind of difficult for me to read at this point. I know when I was playing on DS, that was like forever ago, and I could see better, but I was also wearing glasses, so I could see better if I put it closer, whereas with context, that's not really an option, and so being able to take, or having to take context out every time I wanted to play a game just does not seem that enjoyable or that feasible. But with the Switch, it has the dock, so you can plug it into a bigger screen. And so it's like, that seems really good. And then the Switch 2 screen is pretty big. And so we'll have to see actually how much better it is. Now, can Hoodoo learn good flying moves? Or is this just going to be a waste of my time? I mean, yeah, if it's Linux-based already, that seems to make it a lot easier. Yeah, originally I wasn't too excited about the Switch 2. And then I found out that Scarlet and Violet actually looks like a modern game on it. The... what's it called? We'll get rid of Onyx. The load times are better because the hardware is better, but also the screen, at least image-wise, looks so much bigger. And because I don't have the OLED Switch, I have the tiny screen. And so I haven't paid... I still don't pay for Nintendo Online, so Nintendo didn't really want to give me one. And it just happened to find one when it was in stock. When I was looking, and I've pretty much been looking every day since launch, because when it launched I was like, that doesn't look too exciting, but I'll look at some stuff that everyone's like, Pokemon looks so much better, and Mario Kart World is exciting. I'm like, ooh, that actually kind of does look fun. And if it's easier for me to use in handheld, then I'll get more use out of it than I have for my current Switch, which has pretty much just been used for Mario Kart in high school, and then just sat getting charged every now and then. I did not want to use Pound for the off chance that I would want to play that, or play it, which hasn't really happened much. And then when they announced the Super Mario 3D All-Stars, I was like, I really like Sunshine, and I liked Super Mario 64, and I want to play those again. So I got it. I probably played Sunshine or 64 for a total of 2 hours, and then I kind of just never touched it again. And so the hope is that if the Switch 2 screen is significantly more enjoyable to use, then I'll be able to make use of it in handheld mode, which will mean that it'll have more use time. Yeah, when I play Mario Kart World, I would definitely love to have some people to play with, as opposed to just going into random online lobbies. I feel like that makes it a little bit more entertaining. Alright, now we just gotta not kill this Ponyta so I can bring it into the battle. We're gonna actually try to have Prinplup not die. Like, I considered about possibly trying to see if we could get one Switch 2 at midnight from either Best Buy or GameStop, but it was kind of a, like, as a joke. I was like, maybe we can get one, and then like 3 days later I was like, I kind of actually do want one, so I probably should have taken it more serious then. Alright, I know we just put the Hoodoo in the party, but we were going to put the Ponyta in. We're not going to give it a nickname. I don't remember what level it is, but hopefully we can go beat the gym leader now. I mean, free sounds pretty good. Level 13. I should go heal first. But like, I did the math between all the accessories and everything, and so if you were to buy the dock, the Joy-Cons, I think just the dock and the Joy-Cons itself, that's like 150. No, Joy-Cons are like 90s. It's like 250 of the total price. So the actual Switch 2 is only about $200, give or take, and the rest is just because of the accessories cost. But I am really happy that it has more storage, considering that most of the games now are all digital downloads, and so that being a requirement for new games, it seems. And any games that I own digitally, I'm not too excited about having to get their new SD card. So that kind of saves a little bit there. Actually, if I bring Ponyta out first, it should make it get more XP. I think that's how that works. So I should probably switch them around after I destroy this thing, because... Okay, we did not destroy it. Can we not put Primplip to sleep? I'd very much appreciate that. We can't really effectively battle if it's going to be asleep. I think I want to try to get Ponyta at least to, what, 15? Like, that would be probably the safer option. Save, because I haven't saved in like all day. Although I think it has auto saves now for them spots, so it's not like as dire. Oh no, it's Ponyta against Ponyta. If I was still at Prinpluff, I could have just one-shot it. So I guess we will swap, because I don't feel like sitting here and struggling for a little bit. And it's a rock. Something else I can't really use Ponyta against. Now, if I swap them around in my normal party, we're end up going against a bunch of things that I could have used Ponyta against. Because my luck with the game just is not in my favor, it appears. Oh, wrong button again. There it is, the Switch controller layout, confusing me for the 4th time tonight. Is it bad if I kind of just want to YOLO it once we hit level 14 with Ponyta and see if I can defeat the gym leader again? Or is that a little too careless of an idea? Yeah, that was me for a while. There's like 15 games. Okay, maybe not 15. Maybe it is. I don't know. I have an entire section of my Steam library where it's like, I really want to play these. And then I'm like, ooh, I can play a new game. And then I look at it. I'm like, I don't know which one. Maybe not today. And then like 3 hours goes by and it's the next day. Yeah, because I had a lot of older games that I either wanted to get back into or I never got to actually play that I wanted to go play. Like, I saw some of a playthrough of Far Cry 3, and I'm like, I kind of want to play Far Cry 3 at some point. But then if I'm playing Far Cry 3, I might as well restart and play Far Cry 4 after. Because that was so long ago, I don't even remember what was going on in that story. I don't even know where I am. But it was cheaper for me to get Far Cry 3 with Far Cry 5. So now there's another one to play, and it just keeps building upon that. Or it's like, oh, I would love to play like, oh, I'd love to play Skyrim at some point, but then Oblivion Remastered dropped. I was like, oh, that looks kind of interesting, and I still never played that. And so I know for me, a lot of the issue with some of the other games that I have to play is it's like, either I've started playing them for a little bit, and I'm not going to remember what's going on, so I'm going to restart anyway, so at that point it's basically a new game. Or you have times like earlier in the year when I had a couple games that I was enjoying playing, but I didn't want to get into some of the other games that I had in my library because Monster Hunter was coming out, and I knew I wanted to play that for at least a week straight. And then depending on what games do require which parts of the brain is kind of like how I want to play when, I guess depending on what day it is. Because I really enjoy games like Satisfactory, or I guess parts of modern Minecraft where you have more of your technical parts in it, or you have your logistics that you have to set up, and that's really enjoyable for me to do. But sometimes it's like I don't want to focus on a game. I just want to sit there and press buttons. Yeah, I've played through Factorio like 4 times, and then the Space Age, is that what it's called? But the new DLC dropped, and all of my friends were like, "You should play with us," and I'm like, "I don't want to right now." Because I just started playing Factorio before, or not, Satisfactory before it came out, and I'm like, I just started doing a logistics setup. I don't want to have to start over and do another one. But when we play Factorio, it's kind of, we're all a decent amount perfectionists with that, so we can't just throw something together and have it last for more than like an hour, because it has to end up being optimized for efficiency and look good, and that's kind of where Factorio gets overwhelming. Where that's the fun thing with Satisfactory is that you can have a lot of spaghetti because they go through walls, and so you can have fun with the chaos. I completely forgot Ponita was asleep, and I just wasted a turn. Yeah, we played Vanilla Factorio the first time I played it, and then after that it's Bobs and Angels and everything else, so you don't, it's not, oh, let's go smelt some iron ore to get iron plates. It's alright, we gotta set up a 7-stage sorting facility, and I'm over it. While it's fun, it's just not something for when I want to just have a chill game. Level is Ponyta. Sure, it's 15. We will just go in and see what happens at the gym. Now the question is, can I just walk all the way to the... That's the bike shop. That is not the gym. I'm gonna buy antidotes this time, actually, though. I'm gonna be smart. But can I just walk to the back of the gym? Or do I need to go fight everyone again? Because I am not too sure. Let's buy a couple super potions while we're at it. Yeah, let's set up a perfectly balanced ore crushing and sorting facility, and oh no, we're full on useless materials that we can't use right now, or I can't process those materials that I want. And so it's been... Factorio has always been a journey. And so while I really like the 3D aspect that you get with Satisfactory, and I like I like watching people play it. It seems Factorio is just easier for making things look neat because it's all on the same level and you don't have everything being all wacky heights and sizes. I know we've played around with a couple of the overhauls. I just don't remember what some of the other ones that we've done are besides Bobs and Angels. I think that's kind of just the standard that I've seen everyone else use. I remember when I was playing Pearl, I chose Turtwig as my starter, and I remember this being an annoying battle because my Turtwig was not as good as this one. Yeah, some of my friends right now are playing Greg Tech New Horizons, and I know last time we played it, they played it for 2 months and didn't actually get towards many of the things that I wanted to do in that. And so there's only so much of building and using virtual screws that I can take in a day. And so when they wanted to play it again, that was when I happened to be doing virtual screws during the day for my job. And they're like, hey, we need like an entire chest full of screws. I'm like, no, I'm not doing screws again. Oh no. No, not grass knot. That one actually didn't do as much damage as I thought it was going to. I forgot it had food. Hopefully, with this, I can take a hit and then be able to attack on this turn. So I think that was part of my downfall last time. Was not being able to heal him enough to get my attack off. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of funny how easy the gym battle is when you have the right typing. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yay. Alright, well, that was, I guess, a little bit more eventful than I thought it was going to be. I didn't expect to fail the first time, but it is what it is. This is the bike store again. But I'm probably going to call it here for tonight. I feel like playing the same game for more than 2 hours at a time is a bit exhausting for myself. And so it's possible that I will be able to play this on Switch 2 the next time I stream, which should be sometime this week, hopefully. I am very bad at making a schedule, so we will see. But I'm going to say goodnight for tonight, and thanks for coming to hang out for a little bit.